you doing? This is TVN School. Вивчаємо з тобою ми англійську. How are you? Що скажеш, коли ти зустрінеш якогось іноземця? So, let's speak English. Англійська мова Шекспіра та нью-йоркських таксистів. Англійська стане у нагоді вам, бойські дівчиська.
Hello everyone and welcome to the English lesson. My name is Svetlana Drabatenko and today we start a new topic, which, take a look. So, during our lessons, we will be talking with you about science and technology. You will expand your vocabulary by practicing new words, phrases and expressions. You will explore the passive voice, learn how to write an article, and acquire new language and skills. So, high five and let's get down to business. So, today we're talking about inventors and inventions. Inventors – винахідники, inventions – винаходи. And the subtopic – how a great idea can change the way we live. So, inventors. Can you remember any names of famous inventors? Think a bit. What are they? Edison? Einstein? Anybody else? Good. You will learn more. But talking about inventors, let's think. What kind of people are they? Which personal features or characteristics should they have? Should they be knowledgeable, inventive, hardworking? No doubt. What else? Let's read the quotation and we'll find out. The inventor looks upon the world and is not content with things as they are. He wants to improve whatever he sees. He wants to benefit the world. He's haunted by the idea. The spirit of invention possesses him, seeking materialization. So, inventors want to improve the world, make it better. They are haunted by an idea, followed. And they do whatever to turn their idea into something really valuable. Nice words. Do you know who said that? Alexander Graham Bell. Have you heard this surname? What was he? A scientist, an inventor, and a teacher. And his best-known invention is definitely a telephone. What else do we know about this famous inventor? So, I'll tell you 3 statements, and your task is to decide which of them are true and which are false. Statement number 1. Bell's mother and wife were both deaf. Both, обидві. Deaf. Didn't hear well. Глухі. What do you think? Is it true or false? It's true, no doubt. Both of his beloved women were deaf, didn't hear. And that is why all of his works were about helping disabled people. Good, tick. Statement number 2. He became professor of vocal physiology at the Boston University at the age of 26. Professor at the age of 26. Is it possible? Yes. For Bell, it was possible. He really became the professor of the university at this early age, at the beginning of the career. And statement number 3. In 1876, Bell was granted his telephone patent. But then this patent was withdrawn, taken from him. Відібрали. So, we know Alexander Graham Bell as a famous telephone inventor. Yes, he received his patent, and can it be true? But it is. This patent was withdrawn, taken from Bell. But Alexander Graham Bell managed to win his patent in the Supreme Court. Good job! So, now you know at least 3 facts about this inventor. Would like to know more? We will watch the video about his biography. Your task is listen carefully and catch geographical names. Pay attention to the places where Alexander Graham Bell worked, made his inventions, everything and anything connected to his life. Ready? Go.
He experimented with a telegraph that could send more than one message at once by using different sound frequencies. And while he was working on that, he started to believe that he could invent a way to send the human voice over wires. Bell did not have much success with his invention until 1874, when he met Thomas Watson, an electrical designer and mechanic, who helped him with his work. On March 10, 1876, Alexander Graham Bell got his telephone to work. He said, "Mr. Watson, come here. I want to see you." Thomas Watson, who was in another room, heard Bell's voice and came to see. The telephone had worked. Less than 6 months later, telephone demonstrations were being given while curious people stood by, amazed to hear voices from people a few miles away come out of Bell's invention. Soon, thousands and thousands of people owned telephones. After the success of his invention, Alexander Graham Bell got married and had a family. Although he is best known for the invention of the telephone, he invented many other things throughout his life, including the metal detector, a wireless telephone that transmitted a signal with light, a device to detect icebergs, an invention to detect problems with someone's hearing, and more. In 1915, Bell made the first transcontinental phone call. While he was in New York, he talked to his old assistant Thomas Watson, who was in San Francisco, and they heard each other much more clearly than they did during the first phone call in 1876. On August 2nd, 1922, at the age of 75, Alexander Graham Bell died at his home in Nova Scotia, Canada. When he died, every phone in North America was turned off and silent in his honor.
So, did you manage to catch geographical names from the video? How many of them did you catch? Let's check. Did you hear these places? Take a look. On the right column, the events from Bell's life go in the chronological order. Let's check how well you did the task. So, Alexander Graham Bell was born in Edinburgh. Right you are. He went to live with his grandfather to London. He moved to this place in 1871. Where did he move? Boston, right you are. Bell made his first transcontinental phone call from New York. And Alexander Graham Bell died in Nova Scotia, Canada. Good job. Let's listen more. This time, we will focus on the stages of telephone invention. We will listen to the part of the same video recording, and this time, please focus on these dates. 1874, 1876, March, and 6 months later. Ready? Go.
He experimented with a telegraph that could send more than one message at once by using different sound frequencies, and while he was working on that, he started to believe that he could invent a way to send the human voice over wires. Bell did not have much success with his invention until 1874, when he met Thomas Watson, an electrical designer and mechanic, who helped him with his work. On March 10, 1876, Alexander Graham Bell got his telephone to work. He said, "Mr. Watson, come here. I want to see you." Thomas Watson, who was in another room, heard Bell's voice and came to see. The telephone had worked. Less than 6 months later, telephone demonstrations were being given while curious people stood by, amazed to hear voices from people a few miles away come out of Bell's invention. Soon.
So, what happened those years? (1874). Alexander Graham Bell met his partner, Watson. 1876, in March, they first had a phone call. Not a long distance, nonetheless. And almost 6 months later, they had a demonstration of his invention to the public. Good job. Another question. What were Bell's significant inventions other than the telephone? Significant, very important. You heard about them, and now we will listen another part of the recording. Be ready to catch his inventions. You remember, inventions, винаходи.
Thousands and thousands of people owned telephones. After the success of his invention, Alexander Graham Bell got married and had a family. Although he is best known for the invention of the telephone, he invented many other things throughout his life, including the metal detector, a wireless telephone that transmitted a signal with light, a device to detect icebergs, an invention to detect problems with someone's hearing, and more.
How many other inventions did you catch? Count them. Good. Let's check. A metal detector. A wireless telephone that transmitted a signal with light. Wireless. Бездротовий. Wireless. Repeat the word. Wireless. Wireless. Good. A device to detect icebergs. To detect. To test. Detect. Good. And an invention to detect problems with someone's hearing. Definitely. You remember about Bell's wife and mother. Both of them were deaf. Yes, deaf. Because they had problems with hearing. Good job. If you feel you need more listening practice, use your QR code reader in your telephone. And on that site, you can find more listening activities to the same recording. Good? And we are going on with the lesson. So, as we are talking today about telephones, let's learn some telephone verbs. First and foremost, when we want to call somebody, we say that we make or do phone calls Make. We make phone calls. Repeat after me. Make phone calls. Make phone calls. I want to make a phone call. Good. Some more verbs. Let's take a look at them. Ring up. Ring up. To call. To hold on. Hold on. Wait. We say just wait for a minute, or in other words it is hold on. Please hold on. To pick up. Pick up. To answer the phone call. And sometimes the connection is so poor that we get cut off. Get cut off. Get cut off. No connection. We can't hear each other. Call back. Very easy phrasal verb. Will you call me back? Call back. Зателефонувати знову. And hang up. To end the phone conversation. To hang up. Let's learn some more words on the topic telephone. Take a look at them. Capacitive touchscreen. By the way, are these words still about that old telephone invented by Alexander Graham Bell? Or its great-grandson, our current smartphone? Definitely. So, all of these words we use talking about our current smartphones. And the first one more time, capacitive touchscreen. Capacitive, which enables us to do whatever on it. Який дає нам змогу. Capacitive, потужний. The second word, fingerprint scanning. Fingerprint scanning. Fingerprint. Fingerprint scanning. Repeat after me. Fingerprint scanning. Good job. The third phrase, facial recognition. Facial recognition. When your telephone can recognize your face. So, the phrase is facial recognition. Repeat. Facial recognition. Facial recognition. Good. The next. Predictive text. Predictive. Predictive text. Repeat. Predictive text. What does it mean? When you start typing a word, it's not necessary to complete it. Your telephone can do it instead of you. Yes, it can predict, здогадатися, which word you are typing, and type it instead. Because it has a function, predictive text. Good. And the last one. Dual or triple lens camera. We are talking about cameras. So, dual or even triple lens, linza, lens. So, dual or triple lens camera. Good. Let's read these words in a random order. Ready? Let's get started. How to say this phrase? Read it. Fingerprint scanning. Good. What's this? Predictive text. Well done. How to say the first? Capacitive touchscreen. Потужний. Capacitive. Capacitive. Repeat again. Capacitive. Nice. The last one. Dual or triple lens camera, where lens means linza. Lens camera. What's camera? Definitely. Фотоаппарат. And the one which is left, that is facial recognition. Facial recognition. Recognition. It can recognize, впізнати. So, facial recognition, your telephone впізнає your face. Nice. Let's think together. Take a look at the questions. Why is the invention of telephone often called revolutionary. What might be the reasons? And the second question, what impact did it have on technological progress? Impact, вплив. Impact, repeat the word. Impact. Good. Think of it. How important was that invention? Once you are ready to speak up your ideas, use dictaphone. You can find it, this app, in your smartphone. Do you know how it can help you? I'll tell you. So, express your ideas on the questions and record yourself. What to do then? Listen to your speech and analyze. Does it sound logical? Did you make any mistakes? Think how to improve and record again. Record, listen, and improve. It's a kind of a cycle, and it's your way to the best speaking. Good? A nice life hack. Up the time for the home assignment. Alexander Graham Bell worked hard to help those with some disabilities. Now it's our time to think how we can help people. So, think of the problem faced by individuals or groups of people in current Ukrainian society. What will be the invention which might help them? Make a sketch like the one you saw Bell did, and be ready to explain what problem your invention might help to solve. What to do next? You might be willing to have feedback on your writing work. Take a look. If you write your ideas and have a hashtag homework, first letters, 9, done, I do promise that every day I will be checking at least 10 works and will send you feedback. Would you like to get it? Nice. But the matter is not only language. The content itself, your inventions, are really important. So, the most interesting ideas will be rewarded. Take a look at it. I think this book will be of great use for you. So, I do promise that several ideas will be rewarded by this book. Does it sound promising? No doubt. Ready for your home assignment? Good. And the stirrup cup of our today's lesson. Take a look at it. Did you know Alexander Graham Bell refused to have a telephone in his study, fearing it would distract him from his scientific work? And you? Thank you. Listen, the bell is ringing, so our lesson is over. Thank you for participation and see you soon. Bye-bye.